It's June 14th, 2019, and this is stop one on my listening tour. I'm in Belfast, Ireland, and I just have a few words to share with my friends in Northern Ireland, and for the rest of you that are curious about what's going on here. I've really just spent a short time with you, and I have some impressions of what's going on here in Northern Ireland, and they're just that. They're just my impressions. It's just from my short time with you, and it's maybe a reflection of what's really going on here. It's my best effort. So just take it with a grain of salt, maybe. And you'll have to forgive me because it feels like, and this is my impression from speaking with a few of it feels like that perhaps there was a time when it was when you didn't necessarily believe in yourselves as a community, and that seems to be going away. It seems like now there is a greater or a growing belief in yourselves and your success, and I think that's wonderful, of course. So it strikes me that your mind is changing about yourselves. That's the first thing, and your troubles are behind you, and you're beginning to be more comfortable with the idea of success. You're beginning to be more comfortable with the idea of you succeeding. That's my impression. So many of you have actually successfully identified a pain point in financial services and are building a capital efficient solution to solve that pain point, and you're getting out there in the world and you're selling it to the major financial centers. You're selling into London, you're selling into New York and other places, and that is perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. A couple of things. I want you to take valuation off the table. I want you to take the lack of capital in Northern Ireland off the table. Those are realities that I'm afraid you can't do anything about except build an amazing company and then watch the capital come chasing you. Easier said than done, absolutely, but I'm afraid that's your job. The second thing is, generate the best kind of financing there is, which is revenue. Get your customers to finance you by buying your amazing product. So you've got a capital efficient solution. You're building your company, and in a place where you have advantages. There are advantages to being in Belfast or Northern Ireland generally that New York and London will never have. You are the salt of the earth, and you need to be aware of that and keep building. Another thing I need to say is that whoever got rid of the convertible note in this place needs to bring it back. Like, that was a mistake. Maybe it's a mistaken impression, but my understanding is that for some reason the convertible note has sort of gone out of style here. That's ridiculous. Convertible note is a great instrument. It takes valuation off the table for an early stage startup. Put a cap on it. Have a discount to the next money in. And that is a great way to raise money in a place like Belfast or any other city that's not a major venture hub. And I'll say a couple more things. One is, it's a little unfair for me to single out just two people of so many that are working so hard in this area to bring about great success among the fintechs and banks in Northern Ireland. But I am going to single out two, and I will say David Allister and Alex Lee are doing the right thing. They are building this city and they're building this country in a way that leaves me humbled. I'm supremely impressed with their efforts and the way that they're going about it. This is a build each other up type of mindset, and they're doing amazing things. So my hats are off to you two, but also, let's acknowledge that you're standing on the shoulders of others who went before you and have been slogging it out since some pretty dark days. And so I don't know those individuals. You probably do, but I would say, pat them on the back, buy them a pint, and tell them thanks, because things are moving here in good ways, and it's because of the efforts of people like you and many others. My message to the rest of the world is that the Northern Irish are hard at work creating their own luck, and if you have an idea about Belfast, and you haven't been here, your idea is probably wrong. You need to get here and check it out yourselves, because there's some really great things happening here. Finally, I'll just say that, this was said last night and I loved it. You are not a call center play. That's absolutely true. You are building impactful companies, impactful technologies, and those are going to have ripples around the world, and I applaud you for that. So keep at it, and I just want to say I'm proud to know you. Thanks for hosting me, and I very much look forward to my next time in Northern Ireland. Take care.